Good afternoon and welcome back to day 4 of the European Championships here in Châteauroux for 2025. The French sun is shining. The clouds, well, there's a few here and there, but the most important thing is it's a nice sunny day and it's dry and the conditions are pretty much, well, nearly perfect, I would say, for some skeet shooting. So if you're all settled in and you're ready, we are now live on air, and we are live across both Facebook and YouTube. So if you would like to get involved with the live chat on YouTube, feel free to do so. It's always nice to see exactly where you are around the world watching. So the introductions of the athletes. First of all, 21-year-old. This is Victoria Anna Wodaszuk of Poland.
From the independent athletes nation.
And alongside Ksenia Szuliak, who is an individual neutral athlete.
Buenos Aires, and now here in the semi-final. And one point has happened not. The coaches beside the athlete. The Polish one presents himself. Hello, hello.
Sebastian Kozikowski.
Big applause for him. And from the backside that you can see him.
Eros Carpino.
Big applause for him. And the jury member in charge for that final is Bodo Gieske, Germany.
So there's Bodo Gieske, who is our jury in charge for this one from Germany.
The referee in charge for this final is Montserrat Pedro, Spain.
And Montserrat Pedro of Spain is our ref.
Now let's get ready with your audience. Give them all a big applause. Give them emotion. Come on, applause, applause, applause.
So that's the format then of how this is going to work. The quarterfinals were held earlier today, and then we're into the semi-finals, where 2 of the semi-finalists will then move forward to the final. The other 2 semi-finalists take bronze medals here at the European Championships. So an interesting and packed day of scheduling here in Châteauroux. 1 year ago, this was the Olympic venue, and now we're here for this resplendent European Shooting Championship. So weather hovering around 24 degrees Celsius. We've got wind gusts of around 7 meters per second. That's about the lowest we've had across all the shotgun competitions so far. The humidity, nothing really to worry about there. The cloud cover is around 30%, as I said earlier. A few clouds dotted around here and there, but actually on the whole, it's going to be a sunny day. So the first to 6 points will progress. And we are also using the golden hit system in the sense that if it were impossible for the other athlete to then win, despite what the other athlete has hit, then that will be declared as a golden hit situation. But 12 gauge shotguns used in this one, eco-friendly target type, so they do biodegrade. And if you'd like an idea of what one of the shotguns looks like, then here's a nice example, really. You can customize them quite a bit. You can change the colors and spend quite a bit of money, to be fair. Maximum weight, though, is only up to 4 kilos. But even still, that's a heavy piece of equipment to hold out in front of you, not only through qualification, but also then through a semi-final and final match. So one of the 4 athletes that we're going to see across these 2 semi-finals will go on to take gold. 1 will take silver, and 2 will take bronze medals. Well, it's a lovely shotgun range, this, and that lovely flat green background as well with these orange targets. They're about 11 centimeters wide, just to give you an idea of the kind of area that the athletes are trying to hit. And our 2 semi-finalists are almost ready to go. So Sebastian Kozikowski is the coach for Poland, and Eros Carpino is going to be the coach for Ksenia Szuliak. So 4 targets at each station. First of all, stations 3, then station 4 in the middle, and station 5 which is off to the right of the shotgun arena. So 2 hits so far in the first 2 targets, and 1 hit and a miss on those following 2. So whoever gets the most hits wins the series, and there's a maximum of 6 series. As I said, we will be using the golden hit system in the sense that if the other athlete can't catch up, or it's impossible for them to win, then the golden hit situation is declared. So Ksenia Szuliak, you can see her now just checking her footing. Balance is so important. And there's the shotgun in what's known as the mount position. Then you make the call and raise the shotgun up to take your shot, and that's a great couple of shots. So Ksenia Szuliak now takes that first series. She is 2 points in front. So now you'll notice that the athletes rotate. So whereas Szuliak was shooting second, she now shoots first. Well, once again, Szuliak takes all 4. And now Włodarczuk of Poland needs to equal that.
Means equal 1.4.
Well, it's 4 out of 4 as well for Włodarczuk. So we've got a draw, which now means that each athlete gets 1 point each. So it means Włodarczuk now gets 1 point, and Szuliak now moves up to 3 points. So a miss called. And you just hear the beep, the machine in the background. Well, Włodarczuk needs to get a move on here. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, which is just off to her right. You have 30 seconds to take all 4 of your shots, and that includes making the call, where there's a randomized delay after your call as to when the targets are released from the high and low house. So that's the first miss for Ksenia Szuliak. Well, a hit and a miss, and a hit and a miss, which means then that Włodarczuk then takes a series win. So it's now level 3-3, and we go back to station 3. Each athlete now will now face another 4 targets. So you just see Szuliak there as well with the flat palms, just practicing the flight path. That kind of rehearsal and shot preparation is crucial in skeet shooting. And just see as well her body and hip movement just from side to side. As long as the shotgun's in the right place, your body should do the work in order for you to get in the right place to make the shot and try and get just in front of those targets. And by the time your brain has reacted, I mean, you have to think that the reaction times of some of these athletes is under a second. Sometimes the average hovers around 0.7 of a second. It's just world-class stuff and incredible. Juliak once again has a 4 out of 4. So Włodarczyk now needs 4 out of 4 to take this to a draw. That's the interesting thing about this system. So you know immediately if Włodarczyk was to miss now that Juliak gets the series points because of that 4 out of 4. Well, we're all level here. Interesting, shows the quality of athletes we have here. And Włodarczyk is level with Juliak. They go back to station 4. It's now 4-4. If this goes to a draw again, 5-5, then we will go back to station 3 for a shoot-off. And I think Włodarczyk just not quite realising that she's now to shoot first because the athletes rotate. Well, 2 plays and 2 down. See Włodarczyk taking a big intake of breath, breathing and breath control. So important across all shooting events. And that's 1 hit, 1 miss. So a chance now for Juliak to try and take a place in the final. Juliak's done it before. She's had 4 out of 4 series. She needs 1 here. There goes the 19-year-old. 2 clays, 2 hits. Now 2 misses. And that means that the series win goes to Włodarczyk, so just under pressure right at the end. And it means senior Juliak will have to settle for a bronze medal. But she is the first medalist of the afternoon. And it's lovely to get outside as well, feel the atmosphere of the crowd, the noise of the shotguns, and of course just the atmosphere around the shotgun arena. So Victoria Anna Włodarczyk, 21 years old from Poland, will progress through to the Skeet Solo Women Junior final.
And we change over to the next semi-final.
So next semi-final now upon us in the Skeet Solo Women Junior. We have Varvara Zaitseva, 19 years old, who is an individual neutral athlete. And she's up against Eliska Luskova of Czechia. And Eliska is 21 years old. So just 2 years separating the 2 athletes. And as a junior, you can shoot up to 21 years old. And then after that, you progress then through to the seniors.
Same show as before.
So you can see the athletes now just taking the cartridges. They come in boxes where the cartridges weigh 24 grams. That's lead inside the cartridges. And in other shotgun disciplines, you'll get heavier cartridges, but at this sort of level, for what's known as Olympic skeet, then the weight restriction of the cartridges is 24 grams, which means there's less lead and fewer lead pieces, which means it's harder to hit a target because the lead spread isn't as much in the sky. And that's where a choke, and most of them are customizable on these shotguns, a choke controls the shot pattern of the lead. So if you think of it like a hand fan that is together and then flaps out each side, that's kind of similar to how a choke works, and you have to adjust that for your shot pattern to make sure the lead is going far enough to hit the target in the sky. So Varvara Zaitseva, 19 years old, who's an individual neutral athlete, is first to be introduced. She has competed at the 2025 Junior World Cup. alongside Eros Scarpino, who's the coach. And the Czechia athlete, 21-year-old Eliska Luskova, who's competed at the European Championships since around 2021. She's also competed at Junior World Cups and was 5th actually in Lenato last year in the individual event.
Today, because they have to present themselves. Big applause for him.
So Vladislav Cizar is the coach for Czechia.
And again for our officials, big applause. Bodo Giske, Germany.
And Bodo Giske of Germany is once again our jury in charge. A very nice man.
Spain.
And Montserrat Pedro of Spain is our referee.
Again, a bigger applause. Come on, more, give me more applause.
So one of the athletes will progress through to the final. The other athlete will collect a bronze medal. So Varvara Zaitseva, who's an individual neutral athlete, up against Eliska Luskova of Czechia. So athletes over, you can just see equipment control. And one of our jury just keeping an eye on what's happening. This is just so that everything is fair and present and correct. Cartridges are weighed by equipment control on a very specific digital calculator and weight scale system.
Beyond, the ladies get their ambition,
And it's down to the athletes to make sure that they've got enough ammunition to carry on in the final. Now, sometimes they have to come back if there's a shoot-off. That's okay. So here come the two athletes to contest for a chance in the final to go through to try and shoot for the gold medal. So Eros Scarpino is the coach for Varvara Zaitseva, and Eliska Luskova, she'll be coached by that man right there, Vladislav Cizar. Well, the sun has just dipped in a little bit. Also, as planes go overhead, we are also right next to Châteauroux Airport. And sometimes when there are planes overhead, athletes do sometimes just pause just to take their shots. Least and fewer distractions, the better, really. And certainly if anything is in their sight line as well, they just, and quite rightly, prefer for it to be as clear as they can. So each athlete will face 4 targets at stations 3, 4 and 5. Station 3 is the one they're at the moment. Station 4 is the one in the middle. And station 5 is the one off round to the right. So there's the main referee in the middle, who also holds a console, as do the side referees. So you can see that cable. And the side referees are alongside 2 poles, because if the clay was to go over the pole, and the athlete was to shoot the target and hit it as it's gone over and past the pole, and you can see the 2 side poles marked yellow and red. If it goes over the pole, it doesn't count. You have to shoot within the pole distance, and you can see the one in the middle there and the 2 on either side. Well, Varvara there with a 3 out of 4 start. So let's see what Luskova can do here on station 3. There's also a 30-second shot clock, and that's the time you have to make your call, take 2 shots, make another call, make the next 2 shots. Well, we have a draw, because if both athletes have the same amount of hits, then they get 1 point each in the series, and we can have a maximum of 6 series. So if it was to go 5-5, then we would go to station 3 for a shoot-off. You also notice the athletes have rotated, so Zaitseva was shooting first, now shoots second. And it's another 3 out of 4 hits for Luskova. Well, that's 1 hit, 1 miss. The wind is around about 9 meters per second, so it's just coming in gusts. At the moment, there's hardly any at all, but you can also tell just by the athlete's hair, the way that blows in the wind. And that one from the high house there wasn't really dipping at all, and Zaitseva did quite well to hit that last target. And it's another draw, so another point each. And this is our first visit to Station 5.
So be there. The future athletes. Applause for the athlete. She goes on. Check. Where are you? I want to hear you. Come on.
Fascinating to see as well there. Zaitseva's just practice with the palm and the flight path, and also you just saw her just simulating when to pull the trigger. And timing is crucial in skeet shooting, and that's where ideally really you don't really want the wind to bother you too much. So a hit and a miss there. Well, that's 2 out of 2 that time. And lots of support for Zaitseva, and they make their voice known. Big rapturous round of applause here in Châteauroux. A great second shot there as well from Luskova, really having to bend the knees, swivel the hips, and make sure she was there just to try and catch that second target. Oh, and that's a miss for Luskova, so
that's how these points go to
double miss. So it means that Zaitseva has the advantage now, 2 points, and goes 4-2 in front.
But it doesn't matter, it's 4-2. Zaitseva has a chance now to get the final. Luskova must get points right now.
So this is where we could get a golden hit situation, depending on what happens now with Luskova of Czechia. So, for example, if she was only to hit 2, then the moment that Zaitseva hits 3, that's a series win, takes her to 7 points, and it'll be all over. And that's because currently the score stands at 5-3. Aliska Luskova clearly chatting to the referee. Certainly something to do with the targets and the flight path. They are tested as well. There's like a big pole with a circle that goes into the center of the arena, and then the targets from each side have to pass through that circle in order to be deemed fair and ready for a competition like this. Well, that's 3 out of 4. So we could get a golden hit situation here, and that's will only happen now if Zaitseva hits all 4. Well, she's hit one and missed one. So now a draw is possible, but also if she was to have a double miss here, then Luskova will get another 2 points and it will go 4-4. Two targets, 2 hits. And it's a draw. And it's 5-3. And now we go back to station 4 for each athlete to take 4 more targets. And this time, Zaitseva gets to shoot first. And there's a timeout called. Well, Vladislav Caesar of Czechia has called a timeout. No real surprise, to be honest, because Zaitseva really was about to step up to try and shoot to get into the final. And this is a pretty good disruption technique. It also means that Eros Scarpino can also go over and have a chat with Zaitseva, and they can share some knowledge, some training, and sometimes even a laugh and a joke and a friendly line or two.
She only needs 1 point, so equal would be enough for her. Rushkova must win.
So it's hard to say really who has the most pressure. Arguably Zaitseva here, because she's now shooting to go into the final.
Let me hear you.
Because if she hits all 4, then it means the best Lutskova can do is draw, of course, and that won't happen. We'll have a golden hit situation. So 4 hits here, and Zaitseva is through to the final. Well, that's 2 out of 2. And the crowd just so silent, such respect for the athletes, as they know what's at stake here. So 19-year-old Varvara Zaitseva on station 4. The shot clock is actually back to 30, and it should have kept going. I don't know if it was started in the first place. Well, that's it. That's a golden hit situation, because Luskova was only going to be able to try and equal that. She'd have got a point and got up to 4, sure, but Zaitseva then would have been on 6 points, and that's enough then to get through to the final. So it finished up 7 points to 3.
Now in the final, the representative of the athlete individual neutral, and her name is Zaitseva. Big applause for Zaitseva.
Well, I just wonder now if Czechia will contest what's happened with the shot clock.
Also, big applause for Luskova for the great fight. So we know the finalists.
Because ordinarily what's supposed to happen in the rules is that the shot clock is supposed to start as soon after the ref calls the athlete up to the station. They step up,
and now we change over to the men junior,
and then they have the 30 seconds to do both their calls for both of the shots at 4. But at the moment, the result stands. And Varvara Zaitseva, 19 years old, an individual neutral athlete, is through to the final and will take on Poland's Victoria Anna Wodaszuk. So if you have just joined us on Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much for coming along. We're live for you here in Châteauroux. Well, I can just see Matt Coward-Holly of Great Britain, the trap shooter, going across the front. Took the bronze medal in Tokyo and was a gold medalist in Donato a few weeks ago. So here's the highlights of what's just happened across those semi-finals.
So we get ready for the first semi-final of the main junior event.
So now we know the two bronze medalists, Sina Shuliak, who's an individual neutral athlete, and Eliska Luskova both get bronze medals. The other two athletes go through to the final. So now we move on to the first of the semi-finals with the men. And this first Skeet Solo Men Junior semi-final one between Ukraine and Turkey. So Timothy Havralenko, who was out here shooting yesterday on this shotgun range, up against Mohamed Seyhan Kaya. Timothy Havralenko, 18 years old, of Ukraine, has competed at the World Championships last year, 2024. Has also competed at Junior World Cups and European Championships in the past, and of course was out here shooting yesterday. And Mohamed Seyhan Kaya of Turkey is his opponent, 21 years old, competed at the World Championships back in 2021 and then every year up to last year since, and also has a Junior World Cup bronze from this year and a European Championship bronze 2022. And Duyego Tuzan is the coach. And it runs in the family, in the Tuzan family. So Bolo Giske once again is our jury in charge.
Will be again Pedro Montserrat, Spain.
And Montserrat Pedro of Spain is our referee.
Ready with your big audience, your applause, everybody, give me your hands, come on, applause, 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 come on, let me hear you. Yes.
So Timothy Havralenko versus Mohamed Seyhan Kaya for this men's semi-final, the first of two semi-finals in the Skeet Solo men's junior. So two of the athletes will progress through to the final later, and then two athletes will pick up a bronze medal each. Works on a point system, so it's 4 targets at station 3, 4 and 5, and then another rotation should we need it. And that's how it all unfolded today. So you can see the names that are in the quarterfinals and how these 4 athletes in these upcoming semi-finals managed to make it through. And then 2 places left for the final itself.
You both groups are the second man behind your wrestling. You must help them, give them emotion.
So the athletes now over to equipment control. And you can see Gabby Hartmann, who's from Germany and one of the most experienced equipment control juries that works in the world of shotgun. And Gabby Hartmann has done this for so long and weighs the cartridges, makes sure everything is present and correct. Those boxes get sealed until the reporting time. And the reporting time always happens 30 minutes before each final. And then the boxes are unsealed and the athletes are then able to get to their ammunition. So station 3 is the one just being approached now by Havralenko of Ukraine. Station 4 is the one in the middle. You can see the basket just next to it. And then station 5 is the one off to the right, again with the other basket to collect the empty cartridges. Well, that's the idea, that they slap them down into the basket. They don't always make it, but at the same time, they'll just be collected up anyway. So a quick test fire for both athletes.
Now let's get ready, it counts.
So we're about to get going. Each athlete gets 4 targets at each station 3, 4 and 5. The most amount of hits takes the points. 2 points for a series win, 1 point if there's a series draw. So a hit and a miss so far for Havralenko. Sun's gone in as well. More clouds overhead. Wind has picked up as well. I mean, that target there from the high house really started to dip off to the right. And I think that's caught Havrilenko out a little bit, who has had the experience of shooting out here yesterday. So 2 out of 4 for the Ukrainian athlete. Kaya just needs 1 here in order to take the series. Well, missed both. Would you believe it? So we've got a draw. 2 hits each.
2-2 and
therefore 1 point each.
When you have the same as the others, both athletes got the point. No differences. We go on with your applause. Come on, audience, motivate them. Havrilenko, Kaya, Ukraine, Turkey.
So first visit now to station 4. The athletes now rotate. So Mohamed Seyhan Kaya of Turkey gets to shoot first. That's 2 targets, 2 down. And the dust as well, still flying off to the right from these flash targets that have luminous powder inside them. Flash targets aren't used in qualification. That's a hit and a miss, so he set a target of, if you like, of 3 hits for Havrilenko to try and match. Another plane goes overhead. We've got an airport right next to us at Châteauroux, but flights only go on certain days, hence why we haven't had any planes going over the last few days, just today, and most of them have been this afternoon. So Havrilenko needs 2 hits here to take this series and bag 2 points. He's missed the first one, got the second, so we've got another draw. 3 out of 4, so each athlete now gets a point each. So Havrilenko on 2 and Kaya on 2. And Kaya's just off to fetch more ammo.
It's on you, fans. Hello, Ukraine. Hello, Turkey. Audience, come on. And for more, we want to see a 4.
And he's also taking a drink as well. He's taking his time, to be honest. And takes a pretty slow walk back. So Havrilenko now, ref invites him forward. Shot clock is set to 30 seconds. And now the clock has started, as and when the athlete then steps on to the peg. So Havrilenko makes a call. There's a randomised delay, and he's managed to hit both targets there with 1 shot, which technically shouldn't be able to happen because of the way the clays are tested through the flight path of the pole and ring, which goes into the middle. You can see that line right in the middle, and that's where the pole with the ring is tested. So he'll now have these next 2 targets again. So they're just making sure the shot clock is reset. Ref says go. And that's 2 targets, 2 hits this time. Much more regular flight path of those 2 clays. Well, he's got 1 second left. Oh, and just managed to get in there on the shot clock. It almost went red. And that's 3 hits out of 4. Kaya, meanwhile, now has a chance to try and win this series. If he has 2 hits, that's 2 points, and he'll go 4-2 in front. Whoa, does so. That's terrific shooting from the 21-year-old. And his coach, Duygan Tuzan, I'm sure will be absolutely delighted. She is the wife of Turkey's Oguzhan Tuzan, keeping him in the family. And a timeout has been called by Ukraine. No real surprise. And there's a maximum of 60 seconds allowed for the timeout.
Time to screw that.
And Duigan Tuzen just off camera. She's also now just got off her seat to go and have a chat with Mohammed. So Timothy Havrilenko and his coach having a chat. Meanwhile, Duigan Tuzen also back over to the equipment table. And Mohammed Seyhan Kayat just takes another sip of water just to keep up his hydration. A wise lad.
You can do that with applause, crying, whatever. Then please, everybody, for the girls, to go on with your applause. The whole audience, come on, applause.
Well, great shooting from Kayat. And now Havrilenko steps up to station 3. Now faces 4 targets and has to try and match just that. Well, that target from the low house was rising up into the sky. Havrilenko did well to get that second shot. There was just a slight delay after that first shot, but managed to get there and make it. And has taken those 2 as well, pretty casual. But crucially, because it's a draw, it means that Kaya is up to 5 points. And if there was another draw here, then Kaya will go through to the final. Havrilenko takes the first 2. Holds the shotgun in the mount position. Those are the rules of skeet shooting. And takes those 2 as well, 4 out of 4. So it now means that if Mohammed Seyhan Kayat can hit the 4th target, that's a golden hit situation. That would be a draw, 1 point each. And it means he would be on 6 points. And the Turkish supporters know that. If he has 2 more hits, he's through to the final. Oh, he's missed the 4th one. And Havrilenko now has a chance. He's gone 5-5. So it means now we go back to station 3. And we go for a shoot-off. And meanwhile, Kaya is off to fetch more ammo. Which is normal in the sense of when you go out for a final, you tend to take enough ammo with you and then come back if you need more for a shoot-off, because you never really quite know if there will be a shoot-off situation. Meanwhile, Havrilenko has clearly got pouches full enough of cartridges.
So long as we have a decision, everything could happen directly. In case of an equal, we go.
So here we go with the first shoot-off of the day.
Yes, in the right moment, technical problem. Same situation for
So one of the technicians is just out fixing the shot clock. And that's the screen that shows the 30 seconds. And as that ticks down, There we are. And you can't see that from that angle. You can't see it from that one either, but it's now been set to 15 because it is a shoot-off and there are only 2 shots. So ordinarily it's set to 30, and they're just making sure that that was then reset to 15 seconds. So Havrilenko goes first, and it could be in a golden hit situation, and that's where if the opposing athlete can't keep up or match it. So for example, if Mohamed Sayan now only hits 1 or none, that's Havrilenko through. And they've matched each other. It's been pretty close, this semi-final. So Havrilenko, with those 15 seconds already ticking, now faces the reverse. And he's missed both of those. They were pretty tricky, to be honest. The releasing of those targets was pretty close together. And now Kaya has a chance. He's hit one and missed one. So he's deemed to have hit the other. And now Kaya's hit both. So therefore the shoot-off is immediately over, and that's the golden hit. And it means that Kaya is through to the final. And Timothy Havrilenko is a bronze medalist for Ukraine. It's another medal for Ukraine. They've done pretty well outside with the shotgun. There was one in the individuals men's skeet a few days ago.
We change over to the next semi-final.
And now Ukraine have another bronze medal. And Mohamed Sayan Kaya of Turkey is through to the final. So that's how it's unfolded across the day. The quarterfinals earlier today, and then that first semi-final. Now we're coming up for the Skeet Solo Men Junior semi-final number 2. And that's Alex Petrasak. And against Johan David Mate. So Petrashek is 18 years old, and Mate 16 years old. There's Milos Shirau, who is the Secretary General of the European Shooting Confederation, just congratulating Kaya on getting through to the final. Chance to go for the gold. So if you are just joining us, welcome along. We are live for you here in Châteauroux on day 4 of competition at the European Shooting Championships, right in the centre and the heart of France. The Romanian flag is ready for this next men's semi-final. Romania and Czechia are back. Czechia have already been in a bronze medal match with the women junior and now make it into this men's semi-final.
Here they are, the men's of the second semi-final. Come on, big applause from you. Little more, come on, applause, applause, applause. Hey, they want to be motivated.
So the athletes are led out by the jury in charge, and that's Mr. Bodo Giske of Germany. Once again, referee in the middle will be Montserrat Pedro of Spain.
Zuhi 25, he was also at the European Championships 24 at Lonato.
So first athlete to be introduced, 18-year-old Alex Petrashek. Alex has competed at World Championships, Junior World Cups and European Championships, and is back here now at another one. And Bratislav Caesar is the coach.
His opposite was participated at the World Cup 25 at Lonato.
And next athlete to be introduced is Johan David Mate, 16 years old. Incredible, representing Romania. Has competed at the World Cup earlier this year, a few weeks ago in Lonato. I was there myself, and also has competed at the Junior World Cup both last year and this year.
And like before, our jury member in charge, Bodo Gieske, Germany.
And Bodo Gieske, once again, is our jury in charge.
And our sovereign referee in charge will be again Pedro Montserrat, Spain.
And Montserrat Pedro of Spain.
Next round, your next applause. Come on, everybody. Czech, Romania, and the others.
So Alex Petrashek and also Johan David Mate are the two athletes to contest this semi-final.
Also myself found the right rhythm.
And there's the athletes over at the equipment boxes. Each have been numbered and sealed. So you'll notice that Johan David Mate had a number 8 on his because he's been the 8th athlete to compete this afternoon.
Kaya, the Turkish gold medal finalist. We will find it out. Check against
So all the cartridges have been weighed and checked by equipment control. And Stefan Carbonaro of Romania is the coach for Johan David Mate. And there's Vratislav Caesar, who was a coach earlier on in the women's junior semi-finals, and now back out again doing his duty. Well, 2 shots in quick succession there. Skeet like that with the 2 shots, and Skeet shooting timing is absolutely imperative, as it is with all shooting events, but particularly in Skeet because there's the 2 shots. In qualification, there's a mixture of double shots and single shots, but for the finals, it's always in doubles. And in an individual final, you get 4 targets at station 3, and then only 2 at station 4, and then another 4 targets at station 5. In this particular format, it's 4 targets per station. So if you are just joining us, this is the first time you've seen the Skeet Solo Men Junior event. And as I said, each athlete gets 4 targets per station, and then the athlete with the most hits takes the series win, and they get 2 points for that. If they are both on the same amount of hits, they get 1 point each. And it's the first to 6 points who will progress to the final. The other athlete in this instance, as it's a semi-final, will take a bronze medal. So here goes 16-year-old Johan David Mate. And has hit the first one and missed the second. So, just like the previous semi-final, starts with a draw. Is it going to be another close one? Each athlete on 3 hits out of 4. So they get 1 point each. So now the athletes rotate. And Johan David Mate gets to shoot first. Four targets, 4 hits for Mate of Romania. Well, the sun has really broken through the clouds now and started to shine over those last couple of shots. Double miss, which means already that Mate will take the series. So Mate will get 2 points, he'll be on 3. And that's a hit and a miss, so just 1 out of 4 there for Petrosiek. So Mate of Romania now has the advantage. And will now shoot second at the first visit to Station 5. Again, each athlete will face 4 targets here. And 1 hit, 1 miss. And that's 2 hits this time to take Petrosiek's total to 3 out of 4. So now goes Mate. Can he get another 4 out of 4? Do like some of the comments on the YouTube live chat. Pigeon Zale saying that this man is the answer to Skeet's Luke Littler. And for those of you unfamiliar with the name Luke Littler, he's an English darts player. He really has burst onto the world scene. And that's 1 hit, 1 miss over that last one. So it does mean Mate takes another series win. It's now 4-2. And Mate and Petrosiek now go back to Station 3. Now it could be all over here. Because if Mate wins this series, he'll get 6 points, and that's it. Done and dusted. He's through to the final. But there is a chance that Petrosiek can either force a draw here or win the series himself and then take it to 4-4. Let's see what happens. That's the fascinating way this Skeet solo works in terms of this series system. Well, that's 2 out of 2 for Petrosiek. Now needs these 2 to force a draw and get 1 point. He'll therefore be on 3, but Mate would go to 5 points and be ever so close to going through to the final. Oh, that second target. Yes, managed to clip it. It flew it right into the air. And 4 out of 4. And now this could be the final visit to Station 5. It may not, because it could go to a shoot-off. So Petrosiek now has the honours to shoot first. But there's been a timeout called. That doesn't really surprise me, to be honest. So Petrosiek of Czechia, alongside his coach Vratislav Caesar, are now just heading over towards the equipment table, mainly to get away, I think, from Mate and his coach Carbonaro. Just have a chat in private. Meanwhile, Carbonaro and Mate able to talk amongst themselves. Incredible, really, that Mate, 16 years old, saying that. Petrosiek's still only 18 years old himself. So the coaches aren't obliged to take a timeout, but I think in that instance where Petrosiek is 2 points behind in terms of series, that made sense to do that. Petrosiek takes those first 2. And now he's shooting to try and give himself a real chance of staying in this semi-final. Has he missed the first? No. And maybe, yes, it was the second one. It's quite hard even for me to see just there. I'm right up at the back as well, wearing similar lenses to Mate, if not the same ones by the looks of things. So Petrosiek's going to get the series win here. 4 out of 4. Doesn't matter now what Mate does. So it's 5-5. And now we go back to station 3 for the shoot-off. Now, the technicians will go over and change the shot clock from 30 seconds. You just saw that just briefly to the right of your picture. And they'll switch that to 15. And just check that. That's off your camera, but I can see it from here. And now it means that each athlete faces 2 targets at a time in order to decide this shoot-off and who goes through to the final and who takes a bronze medal. Another plane thunders over here in Châteauroux. The airport is just down the road. And if you're wondering why we didn't have aircraft going over the last couple of days, it's because Châteauroux Airport only operates on certain days. Well, certainly with chartered and scheduled flights anyway. Well, both matched each other so far. So now another 2 targets. If they were to hit both of these, we'll move on to station 4. But now the reverse for Patrick. And he's hit both of those. And now it's the turn of Mate. Pressure on. Mate now needs to hit these 2 in order to try and take this shoot off to another round. And hits both. Nothing to separate these 2 athletes at the moment. So Montserrat Pedro of Spain is our ref. Marches on to station 4. So Petrosek is the first to shoot at station 4. Normal pair, he's missed the first, got the second, just clipped that as well. It did fly off into the netting, off towards the side. Now left-hander, Mate. Oh, has missed one and missed the next, so the shoot-off continues. And Petrosek, well, has got another lifeline. And has hit both those targets, and now pressure back on Mate. First to miss. I'm saying that in the shoot-off, if they both were to miss, they need to go again. And those targets will have to be re-released. And he's hit both of those. We now go on to station 5 for the first time in this shoot-off. It's the longest shoot-off we've had. Oh, and Petrosek has missed that first one. He was just late getting to it, to be honest. And just really was behind the target. And by the time you've missed the first one by such a movement like that, trying to get to the second one. And would you believe it? We're going to go again. Well, Petrosek must be wondering if he's like a cat at the moment with 9 lives.
Fantastic fight.
Well, Petrosek has hit that one, and now pressure now back again on Mate. So Petrosek has hit the last 2. Mate now needs to hit both. And does so. We're going back to station 3, everyone.
Exciting shoot here from both.
Well, just keeping an eye on the live chat on YouTube. Thank you very much to you all joining in. Alexander, and also to Adi, to Pasha, also to Pigeon Zales. And also it looks as if a relative of Kaya has appeared. Ramesh Pelin Kaya, clearly a relative of Sehun, who got through to the final. So Petrosek takes those first 2 in another round of shoot-offs. And Mate has hit both of those as well, so this shoot-off continues. Now the question often posed is, how long can this last? Well, until someone slips up, basically. That's a double miss, so this is a real chance now for Mate. And Petrosek just slaps away those empty cartridges. Is that the last time we'll see him out here on the field of play and possibly in this shoot-off? Now, if Mate misses both of these, then the shoot-off continues. But he's hit at least one, that's all he needed. And the referee crosses her arms. That's the signal that it's all over. And Johan David Mate progresses through to the final. And Alex Petrosek, meanwhile, wow, what great scenes. Oh, isn't that just so nice? 16 years old, and Mate is through to the final.
We directly jump over to the first decision, the first title this day. It will be the Women Junior Final in Solo.
So now we have the first solo final, which will be for Skeet Women Junior. And that's how it's all unfolded. 6-5, 6-5 in both semi-finals. It's been very close. That last one between Petrosek and Mate went to a very long shoot-off. Went to stations 3, 4 and 5 and back to station 3 in order to try and finish off that shoot-off. And it just shows really how close the athletes were. So here's a look back at some of the highlights.
For the final, waiting for the sign of TV.
Well, great scenes, hugs and jubilation all around. And that's what sport does, just creates drama and emotion.
Gold medal match. Who becomes European champion? And we are ready for the walk-in. Here there are.
So here we go then with the first of the finals in the Women Junior Skeet Solo.
Solo Women Junior of Châteauroux 2025 European Championships.
So senior Shuliak,
And
who took a bronze.
Bib number 1. When everybody is in the right position, we could present you the participant of the ISSF Junior World Cup 25 at Zurich.
Senior Shuliak took the bronze earlier, so now Victoria Vodashuk now takes on Varvara Zaitseva, who's the first to be introduced, 19 years old, and made it through to this final. And Ilo Scarpino is the coach.
And the opposite in that final is the participant of the Olympic Qualification Championships 24 at Doha,
so Victoria
and the
Anna
European Championships 23
Vodashuk
at Osijek
of Poland,
Donato 24.
21 years old.
Victoria Anna Vodashuk.
And has competed at European Championships before, was also fourth at the World Championships.
She's together with her coach Sebastian Kozikowski. The jury member in charge for that final will be again Bodo Gieske, Germany.
And Bodo Gieske once again is our jury in charge.
The referee for the final in charge is Michael Erlewein, Germany.
And Michael Erlewein of Germany is our referee.
That is the setup, and you are the audience, and now it's on you. Let me hear you, everybody. Come on, audience, give me applause.
So this is the Skeet Solo Women Juniors final at the European Shooting Championships for 2025. We're live for you here in Châteauroux. And a gold medal is at stake here.
Same show as before. They get some test fire and then we start directly into the match. Zaitseva, Lodarczyk, the names of this gold medal match final. Let's get ready right now. I think.
So the athletes over at the preparation table.
Who's here and want to clap for Zaitseva? Let me hear you. And who will clap for Lodarczyk?
And now they come out onto the field of play for this final. They've had a bit of a rest as well since their semi-final competitions.
Help them in the fight.
As the athlete in the first semi-final gets just slightly longer, so in that sense it was Victoria Anna Vodashuk with a slightly longer rest than Zaitseva. So French flag is here, despite there being no French athletes in this final, but it's nice to see. I mean, hey, got a big competition like this in your own country, you might as well turn up and celebrate regardless. So here we go with the Skeet Solo Women final. Varvara Zaitseva, an individual neutral athlete, against Victoria Vodashuk of Poland. Two out of two so far for Zaitseva. And that's 4 out of 4. So if this is the first time you've seen a Skeet Solo event, then each athlete gets 4 targets at stations 3, 4 and 5. And then the most amount of hits takes the series. If they hit the same amount of hits, then the series is drawn. And in that instance, each athlete gets 1 point each. But if you win the series, you get 2 points. And it's the first to 6 points who'll win the gold.
That's perfect ball toward target, and that means 1 point for each athlete. 1-to-1 position 4.
So Victoria Anna Vorderschuk now at station 4. And you'll notice the athletes have rotated because Vorderschuk was second to shoot last time and now gets to go first this time. So Vorderschuk with a double miss. And a chance now for Vitara Zaitseva to try and take this series win. A pause in between those two. That's 1 hit, 1 miss. So still has a chance to win this series. Big intake of breath. Checks the flight path. 2 hits is enough. Well, would you believe it? It's another draw. Nerves, perhaps. I think certainly are at play here. So that's 2 points each.
Come on, audience. Help them. Where are the fans for Zaitseva? Wlodarczyk. Applause, applause, applause for them during the timeout.
So we've got a timeout. And Scarpino, who's the coach for Vivara. Just over. Perhaps talking about timing. Big intake of breath for Zaitseva. Lots of pressure on both these athletes. She's 19 years old. Has competed at the Junior World Cup earlier this year in 2025. That was in Seoul.
Hopefully a dream.
So that's 1 hit, 1 miss on station 5 in this first visit. And big cheers ring round as well from the supporters here for Zaitseva. Those last 2, which means that's 3 out of 4 hits.
Three to 3 again, a split of the points. So also in the total 3 to 3. When we go on in that, we will have a 5 to 5 and go on a shoot-off.
Well, another draw, which means it's 1 point each, and it goes to 3-3.
So come on, audience, for everybody, big applause. Send them in the next round.
Well, Zaitseva now, who shot so well in that bronze medal match to take her place here in the final. Well, the cheers say it all, really.
We have the next points, 5-3 now for Zaitseva. Now she's in the lead and could become European champion when they get 1 point. So only an equal or a victory.
So Zaitseva now on 5 points from the series. And it means that Włodarczyk of Poland is shooting second. And he's on 3 points from the series so far. And Zaitseva managed to hit both there at once, so they'll have to go again. So Zaitseva now with 2 and 2 more to go.
And here's a timeout.
Well, a timeout has been called just, well, almost right up until the final moment for Poland, because with Włodarczyk there about to shoot, we could find ourselves in a golden hit situation, in the sense that because Zaitseva has managed to hit 3 out of 4, it means that should Włodarczyk only hit 2, then that's an instant win. So massive pressure now on Włodarczyk. So she needs another 2 to try and win this series. If it's a draw, then Zaitseva takes gold. So Włodarczyk now needs both of these targets. And gets one, misses the other, so that means it's a draw, and Varvara Zaitseva takes the gold medal. And the referee crosses his arms just to reveal and show that the final is over. And a terrific afternoon and a great performance from 19-year-old Varvara Zaitseva, who's an individual neutral athlete, and she's a gold medalist here at the European Championships. Meanwhile, for Victoria Anna Włodarczyk of Poland, she takes the silver.
Medalist made a great fight representing Poland. Big applause for Anna Victoria Włodarczyk. Don't run away, we get ready now for the presentation of the winners, which will normally head directly now, but everybody runs away. Okay, the men's get ready. Give me a little second to get ready for the men.
So that's how it finished, 6 points to 4. And Victoria Anna Włodarczyk of Poland takes the silver medal. And Varvara Zaitseva, a great performance, a great afternoon, a terrific semi-final. Won that 7-3 and now takes the gold medal. Let's have a look back.
So, we see the men's coming in. It seems that my colleague didn't understand my sign, because I hope I could remember the names of the juries.
Well, look back at the highlights of that gold medal match, and now it's the turn of the men.
Men solo skeet, the European Championships. With a bib number 1, we could welcome the gold medalist from the European Championships 22 in Larnaca and 19 in Lonato, and gold also in the team event 22 at Lonato. He's representing Czechia, Jakub Tomeček.
So we have Mehmet Sayın Kaya of Turkey.
This was too fast for me. Excuse me, we started again, but now I have no information. But I hope you know them. We saw them as a semi-final representing Turkey, Mr. Kaya! And from Romania, he had this great fight in the semi-final, Mr. Matei!
So Ioan David Matei, 16 years old for Romania, is the second to be introduced.
Mr. Bodo Giske, Germany.
And Bodo Giske is our jury.
And the same referee as before, Mr. Michael Erlewein, Germany.
And Dr. Michael Erlewein of Germany is our referee.
With my name right now, but the coaches I passed, so we want also to hear who they are from Turkey.
So Duygu Tuzan
Duygu Tuzan
of Turkey is the coach.
And the coach from Romania is
Carbonaru Stefan.
And Stefan Carbonaro
so
of Romania
this is the setup for the men's final.
Is the second
and
coach.
The big man standing
Now they can
there.
both call
It's
timeouts should they wish. Maximum of 60
when
seconds.
You have a pistol shooter as speaker for Skeet solo events. The junior men final will start now. Come on, let's get ready with your audience, everybody!
So the Skeet solo men junior final. And it's Mehmet Sayın Kaya of Turkey up against Ioan David Matei of Romania. Both won their semi-final 6-5. So this could be another close one. So if you have just joined us live across Facebook and YouTube, thank you very much for coming along. And just let you know how the solo system works. It's done on a series point system, just as we see the athletes just loading ammunition from the preparation tables, which have all been checked by equipment control. So we'll be using stations 3, 4 and 5, as you would use in any Skeet final. But at each station, each athlete gets 4 targets. Whereas ordinarily at station 4, you'd only get 2 targets. But in this instance, it's 4. And then the athlete with the most amount of hits will take a series win. If you win the series, you get 2 points. And if the amount of hits is the same, then each athlete receives 1 point each.
Yes, your speaker is back on his place, sorted out everything. Yeah, that happens when you be so emotionful of that what you saw. This great fight, this great sport. It's all fast and furious. So, come on with me on the train. Clap. Get adrenaline. Turkey, Romania, get ready for big applause when we start it.
So Kaya is the first to take the test fire at station 3.
Both have made it.
And now it's the turn for Ioan David Matei, 16 years old, representing Romania.
The match for the title. Champion. Châteauroux.
So Kaya's made a pretty decent start. 2 out of 2 so far. Now to face the reverse at station 3. And that's 4 out of 4 for the man from Turkey. 21 years old, so nearing the end of his time as a junior. And certainly looking good enough to try and take on the seniors. Meanwhile, left-handed Mate for Romania is at station 3. And just showing a bit of maturity there, just raising his hand, not quite ready. He's taken the first 2 targets, now faces this reverse. It's a double miss for the 16-year-old, so the first series goes to Kaya of Turkey. He's 2 points up and 2 points in front.
2-0. Applause, Kaya.
So the athletes have now rotated, which means that Mate gets to shoot first. And now to face the reverse at station 4. And takes those 2. So Kaya's hit that first one, missed the second. Now faces the reverse, loads again. Is he just getting his footing into the right place? Puts the shotgun into the mount position, which is down at your hip. Then you make the call and then take your 2 shots. He did that well within the time as well. 30 seconds is the allocation for 4 targets. So Kaya in front by 4 points to 2 in the series, and has taken those last 2 shots. And takes those 2 as well. That's 4 out of 4 for the athlete from Turkey at station 5. And now real pressure now on the 16-year-old.
And again, the perfect round gets the points.
And that's a hit and a miss.
Again, Kaya, 4-2.
For Mate. And now we have a timeout called. Well, it looks like it's been called by Stefan Carbonaro, the coach for Romania.
Winning round to become European champion. Mate must get minimum and equal. Better is get both points to have a chance to become European champion. This is why the timeout is right now.
So both coach and athlete get to chat during a timeout. Doesn't necessarily matter if you call it. If you call it, then obviously you've instigated that, but the other coach and athlete can still discuss things amongst themselves. They can take advantage of the fact that you've called that. Mate with a hit and a miss, and then 2 hits on the back of that. So we're just working as hard as we can to bring the graphics back to you. So now we have a golden hit situation where if Kaya hits 2, and he does, and he's the gold medalist. And the referee crosses his arms, the match is over, and Kaya just waiting for the moment. Didn't need any slow walks this time off to the preparation table for ammunition. Quite a quick job. And Mohamed Sayan Kaya of Turkey has just become the European champion in the Skeet solo men's junior.
This is really crazy final. Some things goes wrong, it goes wrong. 6 points stands for Turkey. You saw it.
So meanwhile, Johan David Mate of Romania, 16 years old and has a European silver medal. Not a bad day's work at all. And certainly, I think, has a very bright future ahead of him as 16 years old, as Kaya at 21 years old will certainly move on to the senior ranks fairly soon.
Turkey! Big applause, and you could be sure by the official announcement, if we will do one, whenever I'm correct. So
thank you very much for joining us across Facebook and across YouTube as well. Let's just have a look back at the highlights of that gold medal match. Well, highlights of a historical moment whenever Kaya became the European champion in the Skeet men's solo junior. A gold medal for Turkey. Such a strong nation when it comes to shotgun shooting, and no real surprise, to be honest, to actually see him go through, because he shot so well in the semi-final. And whilst there's a decent effort from Johan David Mate at 16 years old, a silver medalist, a remarkable achievement to get that at the European Championships, and I'm sure he'll be back to fight another day. So the athletes just being congratulated by some of the other members from the Turkish team, including Melis Şirao, just on the right of your picture in the blue top, white jeans, who is the Secretary General of the European Shooting Confederation. So we'll be back in a few moments' time with the next set of Skeet solo finals. Do stay with us live on Facebook and on YouTube, and we'll be back shortly.
and gentlemen, you see it goes directly forward with the preparation of the adult events, women's solo, men's solo. So, ladies and gentlemen, when the TV is ready, we are prepared for the first woman semi-final. And I have a look to the cameraman and he will give me a sign. We are ready. For the first semi-final. TV is ready. The women will get ready, but they are not until now. They must make something with the ammo. So this time we could wait. I can check everything. Looks good. This time I have the right names. Great. I have names for coaches. They become better and better. And I have the officials. fast and furious, also for us. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for a big applause for the ladies, which get now in position for the walk-in, which could directly start when they are ready. And that's it. Here there are our athletes for the first women's semi-final solo event. And a great honor.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Châteauroux for day 4 of the European Shooting Championships 2025. The sun was out shining here a few moments ago, but just because of the cloud cover, it's just dipped away again. But the main thing is it's dry, and we've all been having a great afternoon so far. So this is the Skeet solo women's first semi-final. Daria Châteauroux, who is an individual neutral athlete, is first to be introduced.
Her opposite is the gold medalist in Skeet Women's Junior, the European Championships from 2011 in Belgrade. Silver she got at the World Cup 21 at Osijek today.
So Irina Malkovichko is next to be introduced for Ukraine.
Irina Malkovichko. And she's together with her coach Vachislav Naumenko.
Now the coaches can call a timeout at any point, and that's a maximum of 60 seconds. So Tomasz Imnashvili of Georgia is our referee. Oh, sorry, our jury.
In charge for that final, Montserrat Pedro, Spain.
And Montserrat Pedro of Spain is our referee.
So ladies and gentlemen, get ready and give a big applause for these athletes. Come on, applause everybody!
So Daria Châteauroux versus Irina Malkovichko. Daria Châteauroux, an individual neutral athlete, against Irina Malkovichko of Ukraine. Daria is 21 years old, as a European bronze medalist at the European Championships. That was in Lenato in 2024. And this was both these women's route through to the semi-finals and quarter-finals taking place earlier today. And there's the temperature, 25 degrees, wind gusts of around 10 meters per second. So strange, really, in the way that the temperature's gone up. I swear it was about 23 degrees earlier. Then it said 24, and now 25. We're getting hotter as we go on here in Châteauroux. So we're underway. Each athlete will shoot at 4 targets per station, stations 3, 4 and 5. And the most amount of hits takes a series win. If the amount of hits are the same, then it means that each athlete gets 1 point each. Well, Châteauroux has managed to absolutely smash 4 out of 4 there. And the supporters go crazy. So now here's 31-year-old Irina Malkovichko of Ukraine. Competed for our country at both the Paris and Tokyo Games. In Tokyo, actually, she just narrowly missed out on the final, was in 8th place. So just missed the final by 2 spots. And also has a silver medal at the European Championships. That was in the Skeet mixed team at Baku. So now the athletes rotate, which means that Irina Malevichko gets to shoot first at station 4. And in an individual final, it'll just be 2 targets here at station 4, but in this instance, it's 4 targets. So she's also a silver medalist at the World Cup in Osijek 2021. That was again in the Skeet mixed team. But took a gold in Belgrade in the European Championships. That was as a junior. And also a bronze medalist in Seoul at the European Championships as a junior in 2013. So Malevichko that time 4 out of 4. And Châteauroux gets both of those, now faces the reverse. And massive round of applause, 4 out of 4, so it's a draw, 1 point each. So now Daria Châteauroux gets to shoot first at station 5. She's on 3 points. And Malevichko on 1 point. Well, Châteauroux shooting so well here. Bit of wind now starting to gust around. The wind's been measured at 10 meters per second. And that's another 4 out of 4. And if there's a series win here, then she'll go to 5 points. So real pressure now on Malevichko of Ukraine. And gets those first 2 and now needs these next 2 in order to try and match it and get a point each. A miss or double miss here and Châteauroux gets the series win. Well, there's another 2 hits, very impressive indeed. And both these women inseparable only just by those 2 points. So both had 4 hits.
Come on everybody, big applause. 4-2-2, so a chance for Châteauroux to get the ticket for the final when she wins.
So now back at station 3. Malevichko of Ukraine to shoot first. Well, that's 1 hit, 1 miss. This gust of wind certainly not helping. She almost ran out of time there as well. Just looking off to the shot clock, she's off to her right. It was down, hovering around 1 second. So 3 out of 4 from Malevichko. And a chance here for Châteauroux to win this. And 2 more of those. And the crowd stay silent for the moment. Very respectful. They know. And with those 2 hits, she's done it. Daria Châteauroux is through to the final.
Big applause for Daria Châteauroux, individual neutral athletes. And also big applause for the bronze medalist.
And that's a fantastic performance. And a big embrace as well. Daria Châteauroux just shot so well there. A very impressive performance indeed. And at 21 years old as well, just shows how good you need to be even at a young age, in order to progress through to a final. So she took a bronze medal in Lenato at the European Championships last year, and already she's upgraded in the skeet solo because she'll now move on to compete for the gold and silver. And who knows, it could be a gold medal today.
So, I'm ready.
So Irina Malevichko does mean that she gets a bronze medal. Both athletes from the semi-finals, if they don't progress through to the final, then actually manage to take the bronze for both.
Would be a good gun, but the cameraman is over there, so I think they're ready. You can start if you're ready.
So now we're just waiting for the beginning of the skeet solo women's semi-final number 2. Emanuela Katsaraki versus Alexandra Ann Hyman-Joyce of Ireland.
And here are the participants of the second semi-final for this solo event, European Championships 2024 at Châteauroux. Together with the officials and their coaches.
Well, Emanuela Katsaraki of Greece, who took part at the World Cup in Lenato just a few weeks ago. And also as a World Cup silver and bronze medalist from Rabat, both in the skeet women and the skeet mixed team.
Of the World Cup
A couple of years ago, 2023.
And in the skeet mixed team, she was at the European Championships second 24 at Lenato, representing Greece, Emanuela Katuraki.
And here's 24-year-old Emanuela Katsaraki, also known just as Emma.
Sarah Van Dijk.
And now the introduction of Alexandra Ann Hyman-Joyce.
Is the silver medalist from the ISSF Grand Prix 22 at Granada and bronze medal
big
with
smiles
the
as
team
well from
at the European
Hyman-Joyce.
Championships 23 at Osijek from Ireland, Alexandra Ann Hyman-Joyce.
And lots of support as well for Alexandra Ann,
Fairclough.
who's now 42 years old.
For some
Has made it through to this skeet solo women's semis
The
final.
member in charge for that final is Tamás.
She is a silver medalist at the ISF Grand Prix.
And the referee in charge for that final is Montserrat Pedro, Spain.
And just the introduction of the jury and the ref, Tomasz Imnashvili
Now I have
of
to
Georgia.
announce that we have to sing a little
Montserrat
song.
Pedro
Because I
of
was
Spain.
informed that Mr. Imnashvili has birthday yesterday. He became 25 plus, so we mustn't sing. We give him big applause for his birthday. And now we go on. Send them in their final with everything what you have. All hands, all feet, cry a little bit. Yes! Ireland, Greece.
So he's watching now Alexandra Ann Hyman-Joyce. Just out of station 3, just happy taking the dry fire. And Emanuela Châteauroux of Greece. Also now just having a look at station 3. So both athletes will face 4 targets here at this one. And also 4 targets at station 4. Ordinarily in an individual final it's just 2 targets at station 4, but in this instance for this format it'll be 4 targets, and the most amount of hits takes the series win. If you win the series you get 2 points. If there's a draw, as in the same amount of hits, then it's 1 point each, and it's the first to 6 points. If there's a shoot-off, then we'll head back to where we are now, station 3. So left-handed Heyman Joyce now to shoot at station 3. And 2 cracking shots to begin with. So if you are joining us live on Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. Do get involved in the YouTube live chat as well. Just reading through some of your comments as well. Always nice to see where you're watching from around the world and sharing your love of shooting sports. So, Heyman Joyce is up and running. Takes that series with 4 out of 4. And Châteauroux, meanwhile, with 3 out of 4. And the coaches can call timeout up to 60 seconds should they wish. You're not obliged for the timeout. And that's 1 hit, 1 miss. And you just see that hip swivel as well from Alexander Ann there. Which is so important in skeet shooting, to have decent hip movement. And Heyman Joyce there really with a pretty good display of how you should go in for your shot prep. It's down to individual choice, of course, and individual style. So Emanuela managing to get those last 2, so there's a draw. 3 out of 4 hits each. So Emanuela now moving on to 1 point. And for Heyman Joyce, moves up to 3 points. So the wind has been affecting the targets here and there, mainly coming from the low house. And just like that, taking them slightly higher than perhaps they would normally go. That one wasn't too bad and taken very well by Châteauroux, 4 out of 4. And now Heyman Joyce, their first visit to station 5. Misses the first, gets the second though. Did well to get that second one as well after that initial miss. So it does mean that Châteauroux will take the series win, just by virtue of getting 4 out of 4. And Heyman Joyce though manages to nail those 2 and then struts pretty confidently back to station 3.
Châteauroux, 3-2-3. Now everything is open again. We'll see who could get the advantage after the next round on the run for the final.
So whoever wins this semi-final goes through to battle for gold and silver, and the other athlete picks up a bronze medal. Well, great shooting there from Alexandra. 4 out of 4. And that's a match display as well. 4 out of 4 for Katsuraki. Again, very impressive from both these women.
Both could get now the ticket for the final if one wins.
Well, once again, that low house target just pushed up a little bit by the wind, but I think Katsuraki's onto this one and managed to take that nonetheless. There's the shotgun now in the mount position. Those are the rules of Skeet. Take the call. There's a randomised delay for the targets to be released, and then take your shots. And it's another 4 out of 4 for Katsuraki. Now, crucially here, we could be in a golden hit situation because Alexandra needs to hit all 4 here. Otherwise, Katsuraki wins the series and goes through to the gold medal match. Well, 2 shots, 2 hits. And Hamer Joyce now 2 more to try and take this to a draw 5-5, which would push this semi-final to a shoot-off. And hits both of those. And does that so well.
Shoot off. Double by double.
So Hamer Joyce now marches off to the preparation desk just to grab some more cartridges for the shoot-off. That's quite normal for that to happen in the shoot-off situation. The athletes will take enough for the final itself and then perhaps need more for the shoot-off. Katsuraki, meanwhile, obviously has enough cartridges in her front pouches. So this is how the shoot-off's going to work. Each athlete now gets 2 targets. And then if both of those are hit, then they'll take another 2 targets at station 3. That time they'll be reverse. And then if we're still level in the shoot-off, we'll move on to station 4. But real pressure now on both these women in this Skeet solo women's semi-final. And this is the second semi-final that we've had. So Katsuraki takes both of those. Hamer Joyce now to take hers. And she's missed that second one, so that means it's a bronze medal for Ireland. And their first medal of this European Championships. And Alexandra Hamer Joyce is the first to congratulate Emanuela Katsuraki, who is being joined now by her coach, Georgios Salavantakis, one of the most animated coaches that we've got on the world scene in shooting. And Emanuela Katsuraki will move forward to now try and contest the gold medal. Who knows, it could be silver, it could be gold. Meanwhile, for Ireland, their first medal in one of these major finals in the Skeet solo women, semi-final number 2. So next up, we'll switch to the men. The women's final will be later on. And as you can see, that's how it unfolded. Katsuraki's journey to this final with a win in the quarterfinals, and also Tarullo's journey from the quarterfinals now through to the final. Let's have a look back at the highlights.
And we directly change over right now to the men's. And I have to get the name of the coaches. 1 second.
Emanuela Katsaraki of Greece, 24 years old, makes it through to the gold medal match. Alexandra Heyman-Joyce of Ireland with their first bronze medal here at the European Championships for 2025 in Châteauroux. If you'd like to follow us on social media, then feel free to do so on Instagram and Facebook. Just point your camera from your smartphone or tablet at the QR code and then just follow the links from there, and everything should follow suit for you. So we're just getting set now and reset for the first of the men's semi-finals. Jakub Tomacek of Czechia versus Anatoly Semenenko, who is an individual neutral athlete. And both of these men have the advantage of both having shot out here at the Shotgun Arena at these European Championships.
Before we go on.
And Semenenko has that silver medal from Lenato at the European Championships 2024. So just a reminder of the remaining schedule. We're now up to the Skeet men's semi-finals in the solo, and then the two finals still to come. We'll have the women's final first, and that'll be after the second semi-final with the men, and then the men's final is our last event for day 4.
Here's the setup for the two men who fight now for the ticket.
So here we go with the first of the semi-finals for the Skeet solo men's. We have Jakub Tomacek of Czechia, 34 years old, versus Anatoly Semenenko, who's 28 years old and an individual neutral athlete. So now the introduction of the athletes. Jakub Tomacek is a 5-time World Cup medalist and an 8-time European Championship medalist.
His opposite is the silver medalist of the European Championships 24 at Lenato, and he was at the World Cup 25 in Buenos Aires. You're laughing, but it's different. Anatoly Semenenko!
And Anatoly Semenenko, who's an individual neutral athlete, is next to be introduced.
Anytime we will all learn these names, that they are correct. The jury member in charge for that final is Tamas Imnaishvili, Georgia. And again, Monserrat Pedro, Spain. So let's get ready again with a big applause. Come on, everybody, for them all! Applause!
So Jakub Tomacek versus Anatoly Semenenko for this first of the men's semi-finals in the Skeet solo. That's correct. So just waiting for the plane to go over. If you're wondering why we didn't have aircraft going over the last couple of days, it's just because Châteauroux Airport is not far from us, just a few kilometres down the road. But the flights are only on certain days, and therefore then at certain times. So I think it was Buenos Aires as well, the World Cup earlier this year, when we saw that athletes waiting for aircraft to go over. It's not unusual for it to happen. Of course, any big noise like that's quite distracting. So first of all, Tomacek, a silver medalist yesterday in the duet. So we progress to the final. Well, 4 out of 4. And now Anatoly Semenenko, a gold medalist from yesterday in the Skeet duet mixed. That was alongside Irina Kuznetsova. And the 28-year-old here shot very well yesterday. Will he march on to another gold medal match? Will it be another gold? Oh, Jakub Tomacek, I'm sure, will be wanting to upgrade that silver from yesterday. So most amount of hits then wins the series. And the first series win goes to Jakub Tomacek, 4 out of 4, whereas Semenenko just managed 3 out of 4. But Semenenko does now get to shoot first. And the wind gusts have been measured at about 10 metres per second, but affecting things here and there. But at the moment, the wind has died down. And Semenenko's missed that first one, got the second though, so it's another 3 out of 4 series. So Jakub Tomacek does have an opportunity here to try and take another series win. And it's another 3 out of 4, so that's a draw, which means each athlete gets 1 point each. So Tomacek moves up to 3. Semenenko now has the first points and is on 1 point.
For Semenenko, the check means Tomacek 3-1.
So another 4 targets now at station 5. So face that reverse first, and then it's another 3 out of 4 total. So a chance for Anatoly Semenenko, the gold medalist from yesterday in the duet, to try and take all 4 here if he can. If not, if it's another draw, and it'll be another point each. So it's 30 seconds in total to take all 4 shots. That includes your 2 calls. There's a randomised delay after your call, and the targets are released from the high and low house. And Semenenko has missed that last one, and it's another 3 out of 4 round, which means it's a point each.
That is the advantage for Tomacek. 4-2.
So Tomacek moves up to 4 points, Semenenko on 2.
Of the ticket for the final. So we get the timeout. Coach is working. Both.
So the coach, I think, having quite a stern word here by the looks of things.
Get ready. And they go back to the range, bring them back in motion.
Diego takes his seat again. Diego Gasparini.
That means applause. Come on,
Not too happy at all. I mean, I think Semenenko's behind, but been shooting that badly. So it could be all over here. Dolacek knows that as well. Semenenko will now shoot first as they rotate round. But Tomacek, if he was to win this series, will progress to the gold medal match. And Semenenko therefore will take a bronze. But let's see. And that target from the low house was really high in the air, and Semenenko did so well to get hold of that. Great shooting from the 28-year-old. Well, he's taken those two. The timeout has worked. So now the best Tomacek can do here is try and push this series to a draw. And Tomacek just signalling to the ref that just rather wait for this aircraft to pass over. It looks like it's Swiss Air as well. It may even be some of the Switzerland team leaving. Certainly some of the rifle shooters, perhaps, maybe very well beyond that. Christoph Durr, who was in the commentary box with us for some of the rifle finals, may very well be on that flight above our heads, as I know that they were flying out today. So the aircraft's now gone. Jakub Tomacek is now trying to hit all four. Well, that's two. Again, that low house target really high in the air. I think both of these two have sussed it out. And Tomacek, did he clip that second one? Not quite. And it's 3 out of 4, so Semenenko has a series win. It's 4-4. And the gold medalist versus the silver medalist from yesterday are now back at station number 4. They both face 4 targets each. And if there's a draw after this visit to station 4 and it goes 5-5, we will move to station 3 for a shoot-off. Well, that's great work there from Tomacek. And now Semenenko needs to do the same. I think Tomacek was just signalling, are we having a timeout? Well, it's down to the coach to call it. The jury just signalling to Tomacek. It's not necessarily your decision. Meanwhile, Semenenko needs these two. Oh, and he does. And that's superb shooting from the 28-year-old. It's gone 5-5. And Tomacek moves over to the preparation table just to grab some more cartridges. And we'll go back to station 3 for a shoot-off in this semi-final. So now the shoot-off slightly different because each athlete will get 2 targets each. If they both hit 2, then they'll get another 2. After that, if they're still level, we'll move to station 4. And again, 2 targets each. And if we're still level there, 2 targets again. So Semenenko now has decided that, oh, I need some ammunition as well. So he's popped over. And he's now taking a very slow walk back. Some mind games, I think. So Tomacek has taken the first two in the shoot-off. The pressure and drama, once again, of a Skeet solo men's semi-final. And has taken those two as well. Did well, particularly on that second shot as well. Now Tomacek gets to go again. And Tomacek has got the first, missed the second. Sorry, hit the first, missed the second. So now Semenenko has a chance here to go through to the gold medal match. Needs both hits. And gets them, and much to the applause as well as the crowd. The referee crosses her arms to signal the end of that gold medal match. And Semenenko, an individual neutral athlete, is through to a gold medal match to try and vie for a second gold medal in as many days. And Tomacek, he's already just marched off. He'll get a bronze medal to add to that silver yesterday, but I can just see him. He's taking a long walk right the way over to the other range, and I think he's just trying to get as far away from everyone as possible. By the looks of things anyway, his coach is following him. I think he's clearly upset. Well, still, it's a bronze medal. So Tomacek versus Semenenko. Semenenko goes through to the final. Chalkiadakis still to come versus Baksalari in this next semi-final Skeet solo men. Well, at least this time as another aircraft goes over, the athletes are just coming out into the field of play, so that shouldn't affect this next semi-final.
And we welcome together the gold medalist with Skeet Men European Championships 23 at Osijek and silver medal at the World Cup 22 at Baku. Here is Charalambos Chalkiadakis, Greece.
And Charalambos Chalkiadakis of Greece is the first to be introduced.
Coach George Salamandakis.
And Georgios Salavantakis is the coach.
His opposite is the gold medalist of the Junior World Cup 22 at Zurich and finalist of these European Championships, Skeet Men Junior 21 at Osijek. Here, fights for the medal, Kasper Jerzy Baksalari, Poland. Baksalari. He's together
And
with
Kasper
his
Jerzy Baksalari is the next to be introduced.
I hope it was right a little bit. The jury member in charge for that final is Tomasz.
And Thomas Imnashvili of Georgia
Imnashvili, Georgia.
is our jury, just getting his introduction.
And again, the referee in charge for that semi-final, Montera, Pedro, Spain. Let's go on, everybody. The man wants to fight. Fast and Furious, the next ticket to the final. With your applause.
So here we go. Chambalos Chalkiadakis versus Kasper Jerzy Baksalari. Greece versus Poland. And Chalkiadakis just taking the test fire. So 4 out of 4 for both on their first visit to Station 3. And that means now that it's 1 point each, because this works on a series system. So a total amount of hits added together. And if you have the most amount of hits, then you win the series. You get 2 points for that. And Kasper's done very well there. 4 out of 4. And Chalkiadakis now to shoot. Chalkiadakis there manages to match up 4 out of 4. So another draw, and that's another point each. And Chalkiadakis just slaps away those cartridges. First visit to Station 5. And he missed that last one by the looks of things, just looking down at the scoreboard to my left. Well, great shooting again for the man from Poland.
For the Polish Baksalari, 4-2 in the lead. He has now the chance. There is a timeout. Baksalari has a big chance now.
So first time out of this semi-final has been called. I think it was from Greece, so Georgios Salavantakis, who's the Greek coach, one of the most animated coaches that we see on the world stage here for shooting. Often with the fist pump, really getting behind each and every athlete he coaches. So Kasper Baksalari now back at Station 3. And it does mean that Baksalari could actually progress into the final here. If he was to take this series win, another 4 targets at Station 3. He was a gold medalist at the Junior World Cup. That was back in 2022 in the Skeet Men Junior in Seoul. Has just managed 3 out of 4. So Chalkiadakis here needs at least another hit to take it to a draw, but preferably for him another 2 to take a series win. And does so as well.
He made it. He needed the points. He got the points by a perfect.
So the timeout was called at the right time. And I'm just looking down over at the coach's bench. You can't quite see that on your screen at the moment, but Georgios Salavantakis, a very happy man. Greeks are just such a strong country when it comes to shotgun shooting. Chalkiadakis almost looked like he was going to turn away there. I think so used to just taking 2 shots at Station 4. Then he remembered that he did have the reverse to face, and he's missed that reverse and just got 1 out of those last 2. So chance now for Baksalery to go into the final. 2 more hits for the 23-year-old from Poland, and he's into the fight for gold. Oh, and he gets them 2 out of 2. And for Kasper Baksalery of Poland, a gold medalist at the Junior World Cup in 2022 in Seoul, he now has a chance to battle on for another gold medal. And Triambalos Chalkiandakis of Greece picks up a bronze medal. So the 28-year-old adds that bronze to 3 World Cup medals. He also has 2 European Championship medals, a gold and a silver, and now he has 1 of every colour because it's a bronze. So now that sets up the final between Semenenko and Baksalery. Well, this is going to be a very tasty final indeed. First of all, though, we'll have the turn of the women to come out for their final, and then we'll move on to the men's final later this evening. First of all, though, let's have a look back at the highlights of that second semi-final.
Yes, I have the right cards in my hand for the next upcoming final. The athletes and coaches are ready. TV is ready. So we can start the final women solo of the European Championships 2025. Châteauroux. Here are the finalists.
Welcome back to Châteauroux. We're now about to get underway with the final of the Skeet women solo. To be contested between Greece, and that's Emanuela Katsarakis, and Daria Tarullo, who's an individual neutral athlete.
Bid number 1, silver medal at the World Cup 23 in Rabat, and silver at the European Championships 24 at Lonato. Emanuela Katsarakis, Greece!
And this is 24-year-old Emanuela Katsarakis.
With her coach, George Salavantaik.
Georgios Salavantakis.
Now you become better and better. The opposite in that final is bronze medal, European Championships 24 Lonato, World Cup participant 25 Buenos Aires and 24 Lonato, and her name is Daria Tarullo.
And Daria Tarullo, an individual neutral athlete, is the next to be introduced.
With Diego Gasperini. That was a little better. And the jury member in charge for that final, Tomasz Imnaishvili, Georgia.
And once again, Tomasz Imnaishvili of Georgia is our jury.
Together with his referee in charge, Michael Erlewein, Germany.
And Michael Erlewein of Germany is our referee.
Now it's a gold medal final. So everybody, all hands, right now, applause, send them to the range.
So Emanuela Katsarakis of Greece up against Daria Tarullo, an individual neutral athlete. This is the final and the gold medal match in the Skeet solo women at the European Championships 2025, live for you here in Châteauroux on the ESC video stream on YouTube and also live on Facebook. Thanks for joining us. You really see as well Katsarakis just focusing down towards the end of her barrel. So here's the path of both of these women in order to get through to this final, their journey from the quarters into the semis and now into this final to contest the gold medal. Each athlete gets 4 targets at stations 3, 4 and 5.
Yes, my hands are ready. Now we start. You also. Give applause. Whenever we get it. Ready.
Well, Emanuela Châteauroux took all 4 of those in real style. And now Tarullo steps up to try and do the same. So missed that first one, got the second, and then the other 2, 3 out of 4. So the first series win goes to Emma Châteauroux of Greece. And now each athlete faces 4 targets at station 4, and you'll notice the athletes have rotated, so this time Daria gets to shoot first. Missed the first, got the second. Certainly from how I saw it anyway. 3 out of 4 is my reckoning. And Châteauroux with both of those. And now to take another 2. This is the reverse pair at station 4. And 14 seconds left on the shot clock. I mean, the difference between the seniors and the juniors is just really quite vast when it comes to just dealing with the shot clock, and you just see what the juniors learn over the years. But Châteauroux now has blasted into the lead. It's 4 points to 0. So Châteauroux with another 2. And gets the first, misses the second, so that's 3 out of 4. I think she knows it too. The pressure was there. And now Daria now only has a chance to try and level this. She needs 2 hits here in order for it to be 3 out of 4. A double miss, and Châteauroux takes the gold. And gets the 2. I think that was inevitable, really. Takes it to 5-1, but it means that Daria can't afford a draw, because if there's another draw, then Châteauroux will immediately get the gold and be crowned as the European champion. So Diego Gasparini is just wondering, am I allowed to take a timeout? Yes, you can. Is he going to raise his paddle? Well, I'm just looking down at him off camera. It seems not. No, he's just signalled to the referee. There, actually, it's okay. So, Daria Tarullo.
For everybody who didn't understand this break, there is an airplane starting.
So, I think it's another aircraft going over from Châteauroux Airport.
No, we didn't shoot it down. But for the optic, it's a special thing. When there's an airplane, or for the shooter who is on the position, it's different. But for the others, you want that everybody has the same situation.
Well, it's another aircraft from Swiss Air.
Same chance to get the targets.
And there's only flights on certain days as well out of Châteauroux Airport, so that's why we've had them today, but not over the last few days. So Tarullo with 2 out of 4. And has missed that first one, but got the second. It's a 3 out of 4. And Châteauroux now is back at station 3 with a chance to become the European champion for the skeet solo women. And Emma hits those first 2. And now the 24-year-old from Greece has a chance to become the European champion. And does so as well. And with that, the referee crosses his arms. The match is over. And Emma Châteauroux of Greece, 24 years old, is now about to be hugged and embraced, I'm sure, by her coach. But first of all, just congratulations to the silver medalists. And there it is, Georgios Salavantakis and Daria Tarullo. I just think looks absolutely dejected and so disappointed, but it's a silver medal, and I'm sure once she reflects on it, we'll realise that, yes, she's got a lot of support here as well, and smiles from Daria. And a great performance from Emma Châteauroux of Greece, and it's a gold medal for Greece. A great day, and there's Châteauroux's journey right through from the quarterfinals through to the semi-final, where she just narrowly beat Heyman Joyce of Ireland 6-5. The quarterfinal was a little bit more, 6-4, but managed to take that final 7-1.
So, my cards are correct.
So there's the official confirmation of how it all finished up. 2 bronze medals for the finalists in the semi-final. Irina Malevichko of Ukraine and Alexandra Heyman Joyce of Ireland. And then we have the silver medal for Daria Tarullo and Emanuela Châteauroux with the gold. Let's see how she won it.
A little bit bad when we start a final and the camera has no power, so we have to wait for the technique of the camera, whatever it's needed. We're looking for. It's not the battery and the guy who work with the camera. Okay.
And in real style with a 7-1 win, Emanuela Châteauroux of Greece becomes the European champion in the skeet solo women's event here at the European Championships. So now for our final event of the day, the skeet solo men. Meanwhile, the rest of today, that's how it all panned out. Earlier on today, we were indoors with the 50-metre rifle 3P trio. Norway took the gold there. There was a gold for Varvara Zaitseva in the junior skeet solo. And then we had Kaya from Turkey taking the gold in the men's junior solo. We've just seen the gold medal won by Emanuela Châteauroux of Greece. And now we move on to the skeet solo men's. So Kasper Baksalary of Poland.
2025 Châteauroux, France.
And he's going to be up against Anatoly Semenenko.
The last time today, I have the honor to present you the athletes, and there is a gold medalist from the Junior World Cup 22 and finalist of European Championships as Junior 21 in Osijek. Here's Kasper Jerzy Baksalary.
So Kasper Baksalary of Poland is the first to be introduced.
Coach Sebastian Kozikowski. Ready.
23 years old, representing Poland.
The silver medalist of the European Championships 24 at Lonato and participant of the World Cup 25 in Buenos Aires is his opposite, representing the individual neutral athletes, Anatoly Semenenko.
And Anatoly Semenenko, an individual neutral athlete, gold medalist from yesterday in the duet. And will now try and get another gold medal alongside Diego Gasparini, his coach.
And the officials, jury member in charge Tamas Imnaishvili, Georgia.
So Thomas Imnashvili of Georgia is our jury in charge.
And Michael Erlewein, Germany.
Michael Erlewein of Germany is our referee.
The setup is ready. You all saw the last final, so give everything what you have. Right now, applause for them.
So here we go. Kasper Baksalary of Poland against Anatoly Semenenko, an individual neutral athlete in this gold medal match for the skeet solo men. Live for you here at the European Championships in Châteauroux. So Semenenko with that silver medal in Lenato in the skeet men. And that gold medal yesterday in the duet. Will it be another gold today? Will it be another silver? Well, Baksalary, I'm sure, will have his part to play. And certainly will be vying for the gold for Poland. So 24 degrees is the temperature, wind gust still of around 10 meters per second. Still plenty of cloud cover. The sun came out just a little bit earlier on, but actually otherwise it's been nice and dry. We've been pretty happy, to be honest. And the wind has just been causing a little bit of a problem here and there with the targets, but that makes it all the more challenging and sometimes all the more entertaining for us, or frustrating, depending on who you are here to support. So each athlete with 4 targets at this station 3. They'll then get 4 targets at station 4 and 5 as well. And that's a great start for Baksalary. That's 4 out of 4. Anatoly Semenenko, who had to dig deep and fight quite hard through his semi-final, is now back at station 3. He was also out here yesterday taking a gold medal in the duet. And takes those first 2. So if he gets these next 2, then this series will be a draw, and each athlete will get 1 point each. Well, big cheers for his supporters as well, and there's plenty of them.
Point splitting, 1-1.
So first visit to station 4. Now the athletes will rotate, so Semenenko will get to shoot first this time. 30 seconds is on the shot clock. That's the amount of time you have to step up to the peg and then make your call, take 2 shots, and then make another call and take 2 shots, all within 30. The seniors normally manage it pretty well. It's in the junior competition sometimes that you see the clock going right down. So you see Semenenko with the shotgun in the mount position. And that's one of the main differences with skeet and trap. You can aim before you fire with trap, but in skeet you must put the shotgun down by your hip and then raise it after your call. So a hit and a miss for Semenenko. But nails those 2 and turns that flash target into a luminous dust in the sky. And now Baksalary for Poland. Now, do you see in the background there watching is Great Britain's Matt Coward-Holly, bronze medalist from Tokyo in the men's trap. Also a gold medalist at the World Cup a few weeks ago in Lenato. He also took a medal in the mixed team as well, so he'll be here to compete over the trap competitions coming up over the next few days. Do know Nathan Hales of Great Britain is also making his way out as well. The Olympic champion and European champion. So at last visit to station 4, a draw between the 2, so a point each. Baksalary up to 3 points, now with 2 more left at station 5. And gets those 2 as well. Another perfect visit to a station for the Polish athlete, only 23 years old. And now Semenenko needs to try and match up in order to take this to a draw. Well, he gets those first 2, did well as well to get that second shot. Really impressive. Great timing in between those two shots as well. It's tricky. Misses that first one, gets the second, which means Baxalary has another valuable 2 points, and no surprise that Diego Gasparini, Semenenko's coach, has called a timeout. Now we've got a stern talking to in the semi-final. Is he in it for another one here? Well, it looks pretty serious. So let's see what kind of impact that timeout will have. So one thing's for sure, Semenenko can't afford a draw here. If it's a draw, then Baxalary gets 1 point and he'll take the gold medal and the title of European champion. So real pressure now on the 28-year-old Anatoly Semenenko. He shot so well yesterday and in the semi-final. He's made of real steely stuff as well. Let's see what he can do here. Well, 2 targets, 2 hits. No beep, no raise of the referee's arm. And that's great shooting from Semenenko just when he needed it the most, but there's a chance that Baxalary could get all 4. We'll have to see. It could be a series win for Semenenko. And Baxalary's got the first 2. And we're into golden hit territory, because if Baxalary makes the second hit, he is the European champion. Oh, and he's missed that second one. It's 3 out of 4. So Semenenko takes a series win, and it goes 5-3. We go back to station 4, but once again, Semenenko can't afford a draw, because 1 point is all Baxalary needs to become the European champ. Semenenko makes a series win, it goes 5-5, and then we'll move to station 3 for the shoot-off. Two targets, 2 hits. Baxalary now trying to get these next 2 to keep the real pressure on Anatoly Semenenko. And great shooting from the 23-year-old from Poland. And that means now that that's the golden hit, because Semenenko, even if he had all 4, it would have been a draw, and it would have put Baxalary through to the gold medal and, of course, the title of European champion. So Kasper Baxalary has managed to get there on that second visit to Station 4. A superb display. 4 out of 4. And it meant that Semenenko then didn't get a chance to shoot again. And I think that Diego Gasparini was just over having a word with Semenenko. But for Anatoly, it was a silver today and a gold medal yesterday. So not a bad 2 days' work, really, for the individual neutral athlete.
This is the men's final.
So some of the other competitors from the women's semi. Alexandra just congratulating Anatoly. And here's the 2 men's journey to the final. So Semenenko beating Naitas of Greece and Tomacek of Czechia. And Baxalary managing to get past Voba of Czechia, and then Chalkiadakis of Greece. And it finished up 7 points to 3. So, well, a great day for Kasper Baxalary of Poland, 23 years old. And first of all, Now we just have a look at the confirmation of the results. So Tyramboulos Chalkiadakis of Greece with a bronze, as does Jakub Tomacek of Czechia, also with a bronze medal. And the other two progressed through to the gold medal match. Anatoly Semenenko has another medal in as many days. It was a gold yesterday, a silver today. And Kasper Baksalary of Poland takes the gold and the title of European champion. So let's have a look back at how the 23-year-old Polish shooter got there.
Thank you very much. See you in the final.
Well, a glorious day for Poland. They have a gold medal at this European Championships, and you can see it there confirmed in the skeet solo men's final. A gold as well for Greece in the skeet solo women's final. There's also gold medals for Turkey, also for Varvara Zaitseva, who is an individual neutral athlete. And the first gold medal of the day went to Norway. There was a bit of a battle indoors between Norway and Czechia in that final of the 50-metre rifle 3 positions trio men. So that was day 4. We move swiftly now on to day 5, and we're back outside for the skeet trio, both in the women's junior and men junior, and then also in the skeet trio women and skeet trio men. So that's day 5. We very much look forward to seeing you for day 5 of the European Shooting Championships. We've had a great day so far, so many medals, so many competitions, and still more to come. So do join us tomorrow live across Facebook and YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy yourself, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Cheerio.